What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Creative Towers Media channel. My name is Franco Torres and I'm the guy behind the whole channel and this whole company thing, whatever it is. And today I'm going to be talking about camera bags and bags, and there's another bag somewhere over there, but that one's kind of serving a purpose right now. We're mainly talking about these two bags, which are the Lowpro 360 AW2 and then the Lowpro 450, which I can barely hold like that because it's got all my stuff and it's kind of heavy, honestly, to do this. This is kind of like workout. I don't think I have to go to the gym anymore. So we're gonna be talking about these two bags, comparing them, why you would want to buy the 350 versus the 450, or vice versa. Why would you want to buy the 450 instead of the 350? And I'm hitting everything apparently. I'm gonna put some B-roll so you guys can see the bags themselves, and then I'm gonna keep on talking a little bit about them. Bag is the 350. As you can see, it's pretty small. It's a really nice and sturdy camera bag. I mean, they're both sturdy, to be honest. That's why almost everyone uses them or has had one of them. But in this particular video, I want to kind of compare them more and talk a little bit about both of them, because there's a few things that I wish I would have known from the 350 when I bought it, because there's a few things that I would have loved to know about the 350 that I couldn't find anywhere before buying it, and then I ultimately ended up buying the 450, which is the one that I use on almost every job that I do. However, I do use them both for certain stuff, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. So let's start with what's it good for. So the 350, I would say, is good for the type of photographer that doesn't carry that much stuff, or maybe the type of gig that doesn't require you to haul over with all of your gear. So maybe one camera, with a lens, and then one other body, maybe one or two lenses additional. You don't need your computer with you, because usually, I mean, they say it fits a 13-inch laptop, or maybe sometimes a little, something on the bigger side. Honestly, when you're, packing all of the stuff in this bag, there's really not that much space for a laptop at all. You can definitely carry something like a MacBook, but maybe not something like a Windows laptop, because it does get kind of crowded. And if you have a lot of stuff in here in this segment, then when you put a laptop here, it's gonna start to kind of hit on the other side, and it's not gonna be pretty comfortable. So basically, if you fit a laptop here while the bag is kind of full, it's gonna kind of start to clash, and it's not gonna be able to close that easily. I mean, that does happen in pretty much every bag out there. However, in the 450, I'm able to carry more stuff, because this one kind of gets a little bit crowded. Even if I just put my iPad, that's right here, even if I just put the iPad and I have the bag pretty full and it's pretty hefty, I mean, even if it's not kind of clashing here with the other side, it's kind of difficult to have it with the iPad either. However, the other bag handles it pretty well, considering that I have so much stuff in here. You can basically just open it up here, and then you have your iPad on the sleeve here, and it's pretty comfortable always, because I mean, you have so much more space. So that's kind of the the first thing that you're gonna look at. However, I didn't think the difference would be that big like it is. So I mean, if you compare them by size, the 450 is huge, in comparison with the 350. The 350 is much slimmer in the front. I mean, it's much smaller towards the sides, and towards everything is pretty much a lot smaller. However, it does fit quite a few things, so don't let the size fool you. So you can fit in a lot of stuff. I usually just have this bag like this, so I put some stuff over here that usually doesn't need any of these things, and then I put my main camera body here, and then 2 lenses, and then a few other things like, you know, polarizers, maybe some SD cards here, and then probably my iPad. That's usually what I carry here in this bag, my iPad, and then, you know, 1 camera. Usually the RP is what I carry here, because I, you know, don't want to put that big of a camera. In fact, I'm not even sure if the R is gonna fit in very well here with the 16-35, which is the one that I'm using to record right now. Pretty sure it may fit, but really tight in here, since the camera is pretty big compared to the little space that we have here. However, for something like the Canon RP, it's gonna be perfect. Canon 50, it's gonna be perfect, and that's what I've been using it for mainly. Here I have the grid for my RP. So yeah, that's this camera bag itself. It also has a few other goodies that I'm going to show you guys right away. All of these things that I'm going to show you, both of the bags have them. However, of course, the 450 is going to be bigger. So you have a little pocket here that's, you know, good for maybe storing your phone, wallet. You have this little thing that I put here. So basically, when you buy the bag, it brings you this little pocket thing where, you know, you have a few different stuff and accessories that you may have or need or want. Something like this. Something like these straps where you can, you know, use to strap different stuff. This little tripod thing, both of the bags have them, of course, I already mentioned, but just in case. You have these little pockets here on the side. On the 450, they're a lot bigger. You can fit way much more stuff. You have this pack here, have something to put your keys on, and then of course it has these 2 side pockets. And yeah, so this bag is really great. I mean, I use them both, like I already said. This one I use more for stuff like casual stuff, casual shootings, casual, maybe, you know, going around town to take some photos, and maybe going to a client that I know I don't need that much equipment, something like a coffee shop maybe. So this one's great for that type of stuff. However, when I'm doing video and I need a lot of my stuff, I am gonna take the next bag that I'm gonna be talking about, which is the 450. As you can see, this is a pretty thick boy. It has pretty much everything that the other bag has, but kind of bigger. This is basically the same thing, the little pouch that it brings. These little accessories are basically the same. However, of course, if you can see here, this pocket is way bigger, fits a lot more stuff. You can fit, you know, I have a little knife here for opening stuff. I have a little Allen wrench multi-key thing, and then I can fit my phone, my wallet, and it does kind of open up quite a bit, so that's kind of a plus. Then of course in both bags you can kind of put stuff on the sides, dangling over and whatnot. So one cool thing about this bag, which I'm gonna show you right away, is that it fits not just a 15-inch laptop. So usually people on YouTube are gonna be using MacBooks here on this bag. I don't have a MacBook. So what I use though is the laptop that I have, which I sometimes edit videos off. I usually edit on my PC. But when I'm not editing on my PC, I'm editing on my laptop, which is an Acer Predator. So it's a pretty big 15-inch laptop. It's for gaming, Acer for recording music, for, you know, working on videos and whatnot. It's a great laptop for that kind of stuff. Doesn't have the best battery life. However, I can fit it pretty much perfectly in here. I'm gonna show you that now, so you guys can see how, you know, much it fits. And then if you see the bag, hopefully nothing falls. It fits quite a lot of stuff. I have my drone stuff here. I have my RP. Then I have a little bag here, which is Lowpro as well. Then I have lens, a few accessories and stuff to strap. Drone accessories, as I already mentioned. Here's the batteries and whatnot. Here's the ND filters, which I could definitely have this on the outside, but I kind of prefer not to, maybe. Some SD cards and whatnot. So I have quite a lot of stuff in here, and then I fit the EOS R here with either the 16-35 or maybe sometimes a smaller lens, so that everything fits a little bit better and it looks better to my eyes. I kind of feel like I need to have everything really organized. I'm kind of really OCD with my camera bag. However, sometimes when I don't have my drone, I have a little Lowpro accessory bag, the medium one, which fits in perfectly here, and I usually have my GoPro stuff. I have some batteries for my lights, and then I have some other accessories in there, which I usually put in this little area, and it's perfect because the pouch just slips in and it kind of ends up perfect. But yeah, that's pretty much this bag right here, the 450. And the 450s, honestly, I highly recommend it if you're gonna be working on certain types of photo shoots, maybe something like kind of bigger where you have more lenses, or maybe you're carrying a 70-200, which I'm pretty sure is gonna fit really tight on the 350 and really uncomfortable, and it's gonna get really heavy fast. I'd also use the 450 if I was going for something like videography and you have a lot of stuff to carry around, batteries, extra cameras, gimbal stuff, and different stuff for the video shoot. So that's mainly what I use this for. However, I'm using it for everything now because everything's there and I don't have to be moving around. However, when I just have to carry one camera, maybe one lens, a few batteries, and a few accessories, I do take the 350 because it's lighter, it's smaller, it fits everywhere, and I don't want to have to be carrying with that much stuff. That being said, comfort wise, they are both extremely comfortable. I feel like the 450 handles much more stuff better in your bag, and that's due to it being bigger, and it kind of, the frame, I feel like it kind of falls into the frame of your body better than the 350 when you pack it up with stuff, because this one does get kind of slightly uncomfortable on the heavier side when you have it packed up full. However, it's not even that much uncomfortable. It's really comfortable. It's not that I don't like it, but it does get kind of mildly uncomfortable when you have a lot of stuff in it. The 450 on the other hand, you can have it packed with a lot of stuff and still be carrying it like a champ on your back, because it being bigger, it does have kind of like a wider area for it to rest on your back, and that's kind of what makes it more comfortable. Of course, I have this little pocket here where I put some more accessories. Right now it's empty because it was on the floor, open with the stuff, but yeah, and they also both have something hidden here, which is like a raincoat, which I've honestly never used, but it's cool to have. Like if you kind of get heavy rain on a photo shoot or video shoot, and you don't want anything in there to get wet, because we don't, because camera equipment is pretty expensive. So I get why we wouldn't. So just open that up and put it over the camera bag, and it's perfect. Oh, it works great. However, the camera is a little bit water resistant, I've found. I've got them a bit wet and out on the road, and it handles them pretty good. So I haven't had the need to kind of use the raincoat yet. So that's kind of the video comparison of these two. Hopefully this video will help you guys decide on whether you're gonna buy the 450 or the 350. They're both great depending on what you're looking for, depending on what type of gear you're carrying. One good thing, and that's kind of a point in favor of the 350, is that you're kind of forced to not bring everything that you own, because limiting your range of options forces you to try to do better with what you have there, and try to not be that picky with what lens you're going to use or what camera you're going to use or whatnot. And that's sometimes better because it helps you be more creative. So that's one point in favor of the 350. However, you need to carry more stuff. If you need more stuff for your workflow and for what you're doing, the 450 is the no-brainer. For video, the 450 is the no-brainer unless you're shooting just on one camera and you don't really carry that much stuff. I usually need the stuff for my lights, so I put them in here. I usually carry with some stuff that I'm usually using on the shooting, so that's why I'm using the 450 mainly. However, the 350 is also a good bag, so it's up to you. You decide what you need, what you're not using, and what you're using on your shoots, and hopefully this video helps you decide on which one you're gonna get. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys found it helpful, and you know, maybe I helped you guys decide on which bag you're gonna buy. If you like this video, make sure to drop a like down below. If you want to support me, subscribe down, and I would love to read your comments and read your thoughts on these bags, or if you have any other bag that you would like to recommend, make sure to drop it down below. Hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one.